with the people they care about most. Today, Manic Monday, I'm going to share another time-saving tip with you. And I'm going to talk about something we all have to deal with these days, and that's your inbox. I know my inbox used to stress me out because I used to work somewhere where I think everything was communicated via email and the emails just kept floating in, and it really would drive me crazy. So I'm going to share some tips with you to help you declutter your inbox and to deal with it in a way that won't stress you out. I'm going to discuss 4 types of emails with you. The first one might not be as appropriate for you on your work email, but I'm sure it's something you deal with in your private inbox, and that's the newsletters. How often do you receive a newsletter that you don't read and you just put it in your bin? I bet you it's quite often. I would like to invite you to whatever newsletter you receive and you don't read anymore, unsubscribe. It will do you good. You will get less clutter in your inbox and you will receive only emails you really want to receive. The next tip I want to share with you is small emails. All too often we get a very small email or an email that just requires a small answer. And I mean an answer like 1 or 2 sentences. I don't know about you, but I used to be like, I can't deal with that right now. I don't have time and I need to do it properly because I wanted to stick to the email etiquette and saying, hi, how are you, and kind regards. But if it's a small email and if you know that person well, I would like to invite you to immediately answer that email. Just say hi, thank you, yes or no, kind regards, that's it. You can even customize your signature with the kind regards and your name, so you don't have to worry about the end of the email. You just have to say hi, give the answer and send it straight away. If you then archive the email or draw it into your special folder, it is out of your inbox and it can't bother you anymore and it can't stress you out. The third email is the email which requires a bit more of your time and you actually need to provide a more in-length, in-detail answer. What I do with those is I answer those at a certain point of time. So when I worked in the office, I like to do it first thing in the morning when I came in, and I like to do it somewhere in the afternoon. I block time in my diary to get to answering my emails because it's such an important communication system for me. I really like to have time and not be pressed for time by being into all these meetings and then having to do it at night. So that's the third tip I'm sharing. If it's a more in-length email, take your time but block it during the day. And then my final tip of today is, what do you do with those emails you want to read? There might be an interesting article, there might be something you need to know about the upcoming changes. It's something you want to read, but you just don't want to do it right now. What I do with those is I save them in a special folder which is labeled to read. It gives me peace of mind because I know I want to do it, but I also know I don't want to do it right now. So I just drag and drop, and whenever I feel the timing is right, I can do it. Now you're wondering whether I not draw it directly into the bin and whether I ever read those. The honest truth is, most of the times I don't, but sometimes I do, and I just don't feel ready to let them go yet because it's something I really am interested in and it's something I might want to come back to. So that is why I have my to read folder. I like to work with a lot of different folders in my inbox because it is like my archive system and I can look back to it. And I like to keep my inbox as clean as possible. If you want to read more about how to deal with your inbox, I would highly recommend the book by David Allen titled Getting Things Done, because he's got a very great system for it. These tips are my own, which work for me, and I invite you to make your own Share them with us if you have some great tips, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next week again with time-saving tips from Amaze Yourself.